We have discussed about the details of text classification and how you can implement a model training pipeline for text classification. Let's take a look now at the walkthrough associated with the exercise in this section. First, when you created your pipeline, you have set the default compute target for the pipeline. The next step was to select the data set used for this training process, which is one of the sample data sets that you can find in the sample subsection of the dataset section in the task panel. And the data set used in this particular lab is the Wikipedia SP500 dataset. If you take a quick look at the outputs of this dataset, you will see that it contains a title, which is basically a company name, a text which contains a description, and then a category, which is basically the category of that particular company. So this is the data set containing some of the text that then we will use further down the line for classification. The first step was to use the pre-process text task. And the pre-processed text tasks was configured to use the English language. So we assumed that the input data set contains the English language. We have specified which is the text column to be cleaned. And as you can see here, you have selected the text column. And then you have specified a number of tasks for text pre-processing. And the default set was used, which actually meant that all the specific tasks like stop words removal, lemmatization, sentence detection, and so on were used. Next, you have split your data, and you have used the splitting mode of split rows with a fraction of 50%, meaning that 50% of your data was used for training purposes, and the remaining 50% was used for testing. The next important step here was to use the feature hashing task. The feature hashing task was used to convert the plain text of the articles to integer values. So basically you have specified here that the target column for feature hashing was the pre-processed text, which was actually the column created by the pre-process task previously. And then you have specified the hashing bit size and the number of n-grams, which was 2. Next, once this was in place, you have also used the output, the training output of your data to extract n-gram features from your text. And the important setting here was the vocabulary mode create. So if you remember our discussion about how text processing goes on in the model training pipeline, you need to create a vocabulary, and you have specified here that you want to create a vocabulary that uses the text frequency inverse document frequency weighting approach. And then once that was in place, you have basically specified the columns that you want to further use. Then you have applied these settings to both the feature hashing task output and to the extract n-gram features output. And the settings you have provided specified to include all columns and then explicitly exclude the columns text, title, and pre-processed text. So at this point, you were basically set with the data preparation part, and you were ready to start configuring the training of your machine learning models.